Okay, so now I'm going to do my little farts. Sometimes I do that to even the book out. Okay, so I'll try the beginner. Wait, I'm gonna do last year 15 and 16, reviewing it, seeing if I need any work on it. And then if that goes well, I'll go to 32, 29, and 30. Is that 32? Yeah, 30. I think it's 33. Yeah, not 32. Okay. So I'll just review 15 and 16 without slurs. So I think 15 and 16 are good. So I'm going to cross those out. Now I'm on to 33. Where are you, 33? 19, here's 26, 27, 20, 30, 31, 32. I have to review 30. I think she means like 30 and 32. Wait, 30 and 31, I mean. Yeah. So I'll just review from there and see until the end and see if I did well. And if I didn't, I would practice whichever spot that I did wrong. I keep missing that A. I think I'll mark it in open for now until my lesson. I sort of hesitated, so I don't think I should do it that fast. I'll do it like that speed. See, I keep missing that. Is it a C? Yeah, it's a C. I think those two markers are good. Oh, markers are so 29. Oh, we practiced 29 on the. So I think I should just start from the beginning, try to review the whole thing, and if it goes well, I'll keep going on my video, and if it doesn't, then I will practice the spots that mess me up. And I'm doing it without slurs. I went a little too fast because I got loud and then I sort of speeded. So I think I'll start from the regular speed on the. 4 round. It didn't want to be marked as a spot because I lost it. I'll start from metronome. I think that messed me up, so 13 and 14. 13 / 14. Because I want to play both mine first and see if they're good. I think 14 is good, so I'll just erase that / 14. I'll start from measure 15. I think measure 15 and 16 still need some practice. Okay, what measures in 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. 31. Okay. Because now it messed me up a few times.
When you're holding the violin or the cello, your thumbs also thumb go. Then your fingers will literally just have to work with their harmonies.
I know, and actually on violin, if your thumb is too tight, it can really interfere. Whereas on cello, you don't have to have your thumb at all if you don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
But good observation, Gretch.
Yeah.
You're on your way to being an excellent violin teacher, and cello string teacher. If you want to pursue that someday. All right, we still have a few minutes before we have to leave, so let's get the jobs done.
I'm on low fart right now.
Great.
It's going well.
Oh, good.
Okay, let's start from measure. Wait, can I get that again? I'll start from measure 29. I think I'm still hesitating on measure 31. So we'll mark that. Measure 30, 29, and 32. Okay. So we'll start from measure 29. I think I'll view from the beginning again and see if that's all the measures I need. I keep missing that tree, so I'll just mark it. Yeah, I was I need to do vitamins. So the measure 29, 30, 31, and 32 are still messing me up. I already marked those to practice for tomorrow. So I think I'll go to the next thing. I spent 12 minutes on wolf art.
Okay, good.
Okay. Okay, let's see. Now I'm on to my sites number 2. I'll use the music just in case. Yeah. Okay. I think I'll practice the doubles at 152. So I need option. I'll try 160 actually. Okay. Felt itchy.
So I wanted to say
It's
one
itchy.
thing about
Yeah.
this part of the
Please.
practice. So I thought that what Gretchen was trying to teach you is extremely valuable, and you do understand that the perpetual motion exercise that Danielle assigned is to give you skills to play some of the sites, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think would be important to think about when you're practicing the sites after listening to Gretchen and seeing what Danielle wants you to do? What do you think you should be thinking about and checking in on?
What Gretchen told me about, like, on the loose thumb, not really, like, not having my bow off, so I would be like this, and I couldn't really hold my bow, and to not be scared to just have it all loose instead of having it all tight, for me being afraid to drop my bow.
I think that would be wonderful if you could think about that in the back of your mind. I know you've got other things to think about when you're practicing too, so you can't think about everything, but how about making that something to think about for the next 2 minutes?
Okay.
Okay?
So think we'll play it again then.
Okay, so maybe you could do it one more time and think about it and actually force yourself not to think about what it sounds like, but just to think about it as this is a little practice for your thumb to be on the monkey bars and your fingers to be like free.
Okay. I think I'll try it with
So
my...
even if it sounds rotten, just remind yourself that for 1 minute you're only thinking about your thumb for a second and your loose fingers.
Okay. I missed one chord, but that's okay.
Did you allow yourself to try that, or were you still trying to play it really nicely?
I wasn't really trying to play it nicely. I mean, this is sort of fuzzy, but I tried to. Well, that's what sometimes happens with when my fingers are too loose.
Oh, really? I thought that the fuzziness was when you were too far over the fingerboard. I thought the fuzziness had nothing to do with loose fingers. It had to do with how much pressure you put on the strings and what kind of leaning you were doing. So maybe you could write that down. Could you take 1 second and write down your question of, does loose fingers make fuzziness? And you can ask Danielle that on Wednesday, or you could also ask Marcia. I'm sure she would have plenty of things to say about that. But I think it's an excellent question. You could also ask Gretchen. She might know.
Fingers.
And you could do some experimenting yourself and see if you think that that's true. Is it 1 + 1 = 2? Loose fingers equals fuzzy? Or is it something else plus something else equals fuzzy? I don't know. Oh, well, Gretchen can, she was talking about the fuzzy sound and wondering if loose fingers on the bow makes for a fuzzy sound. Do you have an answer for that?
Where's the question?
No, she's asking if your fingers are really loose on your bow
Oh.
hand. Does that make the sound fuzzy? Show Gretchen what a fuzzy sound sounds like.
Sort of like that.
No, it doesn't make a fuzzy sound. It's not supposed to make a fuzzy sound. If you have loose fingers on the bow, that means your thumb's still doing the work, as I said before, and you don't get a fuzzy sound. You actually get a pretty sound. So you're doing something that's making it sound fuzzy. I don't know what you're doing, but
I
I
might be too close to the bridge or fingerboard, as Mom
Okay.
said.
Well, excellent. We can discuss that in the car on our way to see Dave, but let's finish the practicing now, okay?
Yeah, I can talk more about it.
That time my fingers were really loose.
Oh, good.
It sounded better. I mean,
Oh,
I was sort of like, I was trying to pick up my bow, I think, which made it sort of fuzzy.
well, maybe when you're concentrating on your fingers, you're not thinking about the sound as much, you know. And it seems like I once had a little kid I worked with where when she walked in the door, the electricity went out in the building. And she was really little. She thought that when you opened doors, that lights went out.
Oh.
And of course, that wasn't true, but it was true once.
Well, I think I should just start from the beginning and then run it through.
Okay, well,
and-
you do what you think is best.
Okay, I'll just run the whole thing through and see if there's any messy spots. I'll practice those and then I'll go into the next sites and do what I did for this one. Let's skip to the minor part. I think measure 70. Got a little jumbled up on the on that, and then when I repeated on the quieter part, that sort of messed me up. But I think it's good enough, so I'll go on to the next sites because I don't want to waste any time. I think I'll just do the same thing I did for the last sites. I'll just run it through, see if there's any tricky spots that I need to practice. I'll try to practice them, except that those spots that I made, I didn't really warm up for them. So, but I'm just gonna run through this one. think I can go onto the tremolo. Idolce thingy. Yeah.
It's also going to be cold and we're going to be walking, so we're leaving at 10, 8 minutes.
The thing that messed me up was the hole on the whole thing on the. See, over at the last part on the for the on that too. So I'll do the 86 and 87. The practice 86, 87, and then the 87, 88, 88 to 89, 8, 89, and then I squeaked on just playing an open E because I think I accidentally went like that or something. I think I was too.
Ella, yeah, I also would like you to try and experiment. If not today, maybe tomorrow. I'd like you to turn your scroll to the camera and face me and play the whole thing without looking at the music. I have a feeling that you're just staring at the music, but you're actually not really needing it anymore. And that maybe without the music, you would be looking at your bow and fingers a bit more.
Okay. I think that helped.
I think next time it would be good if you could sing it inside of your head while you're playing it too.
Yeah.
Just to keep yourself
But
on
I
track
only
with the music.
Yeah.
Okay, one more thing, and then we're gonna have to upload that and put it away. So just pick one more thing to do before we go.
Well, I did both sides. I did.
Well, then do perpetual motion again, thinking about what Gretchen said.
Okay. Oh.
Or do the E major scale with Mississippi, Mississippi, and soft bow fingers.
I think I'll try perpetual motion.
I think you should do the scale, because I asked you to do it. And we're working on doing what you've been asked to do with a big smile on your face.
Okay.
No, Mississippi, Mississippi, Mississippi. Soft bow hand and soft bow hand and thumb and strong and fingers light and fingers light and thumb is strong but fingers light and thumb is strong but finger light and thumb is strong but finger light. Okay, now before you finish your tape, I want you to practice saying the same thing to yourself that you say to Marcia or Mrs. Cushion and Gretchen and anyone that you practice with. I want you to be kind to yourself and say something like, good job, Ella, or way to go, or take your own bow, whatever you would like to do to end your practice. I'd like you to put it in now. And then get ready to go.
I'll just bow. Yay. Okay.